let's stay on topic. Yeah, you're dealing in a loving relationship. See, again, I don't want to keep going back to my book, but I have a chapter in my book called "The Mental Orgasm."
Go to the
Okay,
book. Promote that book.
right. The mental orgasm talks about how you're not going to get the fantasy from your girl and your wife, whatever, unless you tap into that aspect of the situation. Unless you tap into the mental aspect of sex, you will never get that part of the fan. Sex will never get to the level that you can get it to. You'll never achieve level 10 ultimate status sex with that person. You're going to be good. You're going to have fun. It's going to be great. But there's levels to this shit. And until you tap into a woman's brain and touch that spot, that's where the real G spot is. And a lot of guys don't have the patience, they don't have the time, and they haven't earned the trust with their partner to do so. Because people think, oh, no, she trusts me with her life. Let me tell you something. You can be trusted with somebody's life outside of the bedroom, and then within the bedroom, she doesn't trust you. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't trust that you're putting her pleasure before your own or before your ego. I always say this. A lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of men, especially my age, learn sex from porn. Okay, we didn't learn it from anywhere. We learned it from porn. And the problem, that's a problem because in a porno, number one, the scene, there's a lot of people making that scene happen, right? But aside from that, it's very male dominated type of I'm getting pleasure out of her pain type of thing. I'm masculine. This is me pushing my manhood on her kind of thing, right? The truth is, when you're in a loving relationship, that's not what it is at all. It has to be a mutually beneficial experience. Pain is only good if she's asking for it. So that doesn't even, you know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be in the equation. You know what I mean? Unless she's asking you for something. That's different. And a lot of guys, like, a lot of married men, they'll talk about, the back door type shit. And they'll be like, oh, my wife doesn't do that. Da, 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 da. And then when you ask, you're like, oh, I can see why she wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I always talk about, I used to work as a phys ed teacher, and I would introduce a sport. Okay, let's say it was soccer. When I introduce soccer, it would be, okay, let's do drills. Let's learn the rules first. Then let's learn how to kick, pass, trap, all that, right? A lot of times in the class, there'd be these kids that were super athletes and be like, oh, come on, let's just play. This is boring. This is stupid. I wasn't doing all that for the kids that knew how to play. I was doing it for the kids that did not know how to play. So that when it was time to play, they could enjoy the experience. They could have fun too. It would benefit men to treat their wives the same way or their girlfriends the same way. Teach them, show them the rules, show them the drills, do the things so that when it's time to play, they have fun and they enjoy.
And vice versa. It's not even you showing her. She gotta, you know what I mean? Let you know where to go.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much to having bad sex. A lot of times bad sex is no connection. Don't get me wrong. There's shit like, it comes every 2 seconds. I can't really get mine off, stuff like that. But at the same token, there is. I always tell guys, I'm like, yo, if you're not getting the warm towel treatment when you're done, or you ask a married couple that's been together a long time, you look at him and you go, when's the last time you got the warm towel treatment? I'm like, damn, that's the last time you had some good sex. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time you had some good sex. You better start. When's the last time she got up and made you a sandwich? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But yeah, there's I think if there's a mental connection and there's a willingness to please, bad sex is almost a choice. You know what I mean? Because like if you have that mental connection and let's say initially you can't satisfy, but you're willing to go the extra mile because you love them, you know what I